A very pleasant good morning to one and all here. Let me check that my voice is audible or not. Sir, I am audible?
Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay,
Yeah,
sir.
fine.
So now I welcome all my fellow interns on the another exciting episode of PharmaEd Career Cafe by the hosting club. Myself, Atif, your host. So without further ado, let me introduce our guest speaker for today, Dr. Kishore Bandrapalli, a distinguished senior associate professor at Sri Padmavati School of Pharmacy with an illustrious career spanning 10 years of teaching experience. Dr. Kishore has made significant contribution to the field of pharmaceutics and he has 10 years of experience in examination branch as well. He holds a PhD and his research has been widely published in leading academic journals such as Scopus, Web of Science, etc. In addition to his research, Dr. Kishore is a dedicated educator known for his engaging teaching methods and commitment to student success. He has mentored numerous students and young researchers, guiding them towards their academic and professional goals. He has almost 41 publications and has attended 5 national and international conferences along with 11 webinars and workshops. He has published a book named Textbook of Herbal and Cosmetic Analysis, which is Kindle publication and present on Amazon. He was awarded with Young Scientist Award by the Indian Pharmaceutical Association Tirupati branch. And lastly, he has a lot of experience in SNAC and NB accreditation works, especially in documentation of guest lectures, workshops, seminars, and conferences, along with industrial training and industrial visit. We are honored to have Sir with us, and we look forward to his insights and contribution. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Kishore to the event. Moving along with that,
Asif, thank you. Thank you for your intro.
thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Shall I
Sir,
start?
so we are having a short list of questions with you. So we'll be having a Q&A, sir.
Uh, how is the procedure? Shall I start initially to discuss regarding my
Sir,
journey followed by
I'll start it, then you have to follow it.
Okay, sure.
So my general questions regarding that, can you share a brief overview of your career and research journey and what inspired you to pursue your career in pharmaceutics?
Okay. First, let me start with my schooling. From UKG to 10th standard, I did it in only one school. I didn't make much changes in my schooling. In one school, I finished everything. And followed by intermediate in Sri Chaitanya College, where I taken BPC. Actually, I'm interested to do MPC, but my father made me by force to do BPC. Somehow uninterestedly, I joined, and it became a profession where I have to continue and lead my life. And shall I take 5 to 10 minutes regarding my schooling and college life, Mr. Ratif?
Yes, sir, definitely.
Yeah, okay. So actually, I want to tell one thing. A person can't change what he wants, but the time and conditions will definitely change the person. So I come across all those time and conditions where I changed a lot. I just quote one example because instead of saying something, it's very boring and I want to make it interactive. So I just quote the examples. Example is definitely these are realistic things and everyone will like to hear all these examples. So when I was in till my 8th standard, I am just average student and not above average also average student. But what happened is all of a sudden in 8th standard, I got only for 600, I got only 440 marks, which I used to get regularly. And all of a sudden, my topper, the class topper, he scored around 550 marks and he left the school. He moved to some other best school and he wants. And next to him, I am the person who is leading in marks. That is 440. I think I get only 440 or 445. Actually, it is not the second place marks, but because of not having the class topper in ninth standard, what happens means I became the assistant school people leader. So before that, there is no pressure on me and no one looks at me. So I'm not changed a lot and I will be like an average student. But all of a sudden, as I said, the time and condition changes. In ninth standard, my principal declared that you are the second person in the scoring marks, and you are the second lead. So you have to lead in ninth standard as a school assistant school people leader. So then all of a sudden, a huge responsibility, that is the assistant SPL, that is school people leader, and all the students are looking at me. Oh, he's assistant school people leader. We should give respect, and we should follow him. Like that, everyone started to look at me, what I am doing. So that is the time. And conditions is all the people are looking at me, all the students, my juniors, including my seniors, the 10th standard students also looking at me, how he will handle that situation, all those things. So then I started to work hard to be to maintain that decorum and to maintain that conditions, to meet out that conditions, and I started to stand in the top in the class. So that's the in that way the time and conditions just changed my education journey in a different way all of a sudden from ninth standard. From ninth and 10th, I just focused on education, my career, and it's went on good. But all of a sudden, again, the time and conditions. That's why I'm saying, again, the time and conditions, how it changed me is I want to become engineer. That is a triple E, electrical, electronic, and electronics. This specialization I want to do. Basically, that is engineering. But my father, he had some other idea on me that he wants to make me to join in BPC. So again, the time and conditions make me disappointed, and I entered in intermediate where I'm in top section. But I'm not interested in BPC. But and the 2 years I have to drag the 2 years very hard, and it's very hard to me to face the 2 years. Even every day, it's difficult to handle because it is not what I wanted. So like that, again, the same, the time and conditions make me disappointed. And I finally entered into B.Pharm. And that 4 years B.Pharm also just dragged my life. But while coming to M.Pharm, I had a choice whether to select which specialization where my father is not having any idea regarding that subject. So at that time in M.Pharm, we are having different specializations. One is pharmaceutics, which is completely regarding to formulations and machineries which are involved in doing that formulations, which is almost a little bit technical oriented. Whereas coming to pharmacology, it's pure life science and analysis, chemistry, all these specializations is there. And at the time, again, the time came in my favor, where my father didn't have much idea on those specializations. And again, I chose the pharmaceutics specialization, where I wholeheartedly did my master's degree. And again, I reached to the top in my specialization. Top means I stand second in my class. And it's a happy moment where I compare this moment with my 10th standard, where in 10th standard also I stand in second position. So like that, you have to wait for our time and the conditions which plays a crucial role in our life, in personal life or in professional life. But here we are discussing regarding to profession. So I just giving the examples regarding the professional life. So this is one point. And another point, in sometimes the chances won't come to us, but we have to create the chances, and we have to invade the chances, and we have to move forward. I will give an example. Uh, I was being assistant school people leader in ninth standard, and SPL school people leader in 10th standard, where I stand first in ninth standard results, and I become the school people leader. I just continue my what we can say that form in education, and all of a sudden in 10th standard, last 2 months before examination, that is 2 months before examinations, all of a sudden one of my classmates, actually he is average till the middle of the 10th standard, all of a sudden, he started to read in a good manner, and he dominated me in the 10th standard results, and he suddenly stands in top chain, and I moved to the second position. That is his time and conditions. So I never discourage him, and I have to appreciate him because, like me, he also worked hard and moved to that position. So, like way, I compared the 10th standard, my 9th and 10th standard with the my PG. Here, one interesting point which I quoted. Sometimes the chances won't be there, but we have to create the chance and we have to invade the chance. My friend who uh, dominated me in 10th standard and become the first. He occupied the top chair, that is first rank, and me the second position. He is in first position. He is also interested in MPC. He want to become an engineer. Like my father, his father also made him to join in BIPC. So we two again continued our life in the same section in Sri Chaitanya College, that is Sri Chaitanya Junior College. And if any Tirupati people out there, they will came to know that Sri Chaitanya Junior College is in Gandhi Road. And so what happened is the 2 years, me and my friend both were not performed well. We are under the expectations, and both fathers, my father and his father, they plan to join in long term. So we both joined in long term in the same section again, and in Vijayawada, not in Tirupati. In Vijayawada also, we both came to the we both moved to the same place and in the same section. And there for 3 months, I fixed in my mind that this is my life. I have to lead this life. So there is no other alternate. We have to manage like that. I started to make my mind fixed to my career. This is the career like that. I'm just tuning my mind and my heart. But that fellow, my classmate who tops in 10th standard, all of a sudden, after 3 months, he was not there in my section. For 2 months, he was not there. I thought, okay, he discontinued long term and he went some other course in that life sciences, like what can I say, that lab technician course or any other courses related to life science. I thought, but all of a sudden, and after completion of my long term, I came to know that that person he left from long term and he moved to my native place, that is Tirupati, and he started preparing for mathematics 1A, 1B and 2A, 2B. And he wrote the exams only 1A, 1B and 2A, 2B. Why? Because the physics and chemistry is common for both IPC and MPC. He wrote all those exams and he cleared, and he wrote the MSET exams regarding MPC, that is the MSET exam for engineering. At the time, MSET was there. Nowadays, we are having NEET. At the time, MSET. And he became engineer, and present he is in a good position. He is earning around 2 to 3 lakhs per month in software. So like that, after seeing that person, after hearing the story of that person, the success story, not the story, it's a success story of that person. I came to know that sometimes the chances won't be there, but we have to create the chances and we have to lead the life. So every person is a teacher to us, and there is something in every person where we can learn and we can modify our life. This is one more example how even the time and conditions not favor, and how to invade and how to create the chance to success in the path which we admire. So this is one more
Definitely, sir.
example.
Definitely, sir.
One more example,
So
and I
I
think
don't want to disturb you, sir, but we are lacking with time, sir. So we are having lots of questions with
sure,
you, sir.
sure.
So
If,
basically,
if,
it's
it is if it is means, just come up with your questions and I will start to give answers as per my knowledge.
definitely, sir.
And
I'll get, sir.
I,
Just you can go with the 3 to 5 minutes
yeah,
only
sure.
to particular question, sir.
Yeah,
So I'll
okay,
move on to
okay,
the
sure.
next question. That what are the most significant changes you have seen in your field over the past decade?
I think not significant changes. There is only one change: the industry or whatever the company who is giving the job to us, they are thinking only one point. The point is whether this person is having good communication skills or not. That's it. What they are thinking is, I think many people out there, after completion of your degree or your masters, that is the undergraduation or masters, if you go for an interview, if you just remember my words, no interviewer will ask you your marks memos. They never look into your marks memos, because nowadays the evaluation will become saturated and diluted. And whatever the marks we are getting is not the marks which was written, which what we written there in the booklet. So they are not looking into the booklets. They are sorry, they are not looking into the marks memos. They are much focusing on whether you are qualified. That is the original degree certificate. Whether it is a degree is sufficient. That is undergraduation is sufficient. Like in pharmacy, B Farm is sufficient for that job. They are asking you to show your original degree certificate, not even provisional degree certificate. They are asking for original degree certificate. So it's just like a ticket to enter into that company. So, and they are thinking that even zero knowledge on that area, if you have, it's not a matter for them. But after entering into that job, they will train you. But during the training, you should excel in that area. If you are not excel during that training, according to that job conditions, if you are not tuning, simply they will reject you, even though you are taught in different parts of your life, like 10th, intermediate, plus two, or undergraduation or post graduation. So this is where they are majorly focusing on the communication, because a team leader definitely require a good communication with the co-workers, because he has to communicate in such that he has to get the output by making them to work. So they need the good communication. So this is one point. And nowadays, all PharmD graduates are moving into pharmacovigilance jobs, where it's a third party job, and that company which are giving for offering the jobs are third party. Why? Because the first
Right.
party is hospital, and the second party is the insurance company, and the third party is the person who take that project where we are doing work. So we have to continuously speak to the persons present in most of the projects are from European countries. We have to speak with the European people. So we should have a good communication and good language, and we should have a lot of grip on language. Then only we can succeed. Because unless until if you don't have a good communication, how can you communicate with that person? And you should have a good language. Otherwise, you can't understand what he's saying. So this is where from past 1 decade, where I'm observing, interviewer is focusing on your marks memos, but he's expecting from zero, from the time you're joined in the job, that is from training, and from there you have to show your excellence in that area. So this is regarding what I observed in past decade. Mr. Atif.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your insight question, sir. So
Okay.
we would like to go with the next question that what do you think are some common misconceptions about your field that you are encountered during your journey so far?
Can you repeat once again, Latif? I'm not
What do
getting.
you think are some common misconceptions about your field that you encountered during your journey so far?
Common misconceptions means one thing, Latif, whatever the things we are reading during the course, whether it is undergraduate or masters, I think it is not, most of the things which we are reading is not coming into application while we are working. Most of the things, and I'm not speaking regarding foreign people, because they are almost applying the same what they are reading and they are learning in hospital. They are applying in pharmacovigilance, and whatever the other the job opportunities they are getting with respect to pharmacy. But coming to B Farm, that is pharmacy, B Farm and M Farm, whatever we are reading, the textual knowledge, that is the theoretical knowledge, is not completely applying in industry. They are adopting new technologies, and they are having some new softwares where we have start learning and getting addicting at that time onwards, not in the area where we are having our graduation or masters. So we have to adapt to that environment, and we have to learn all those technologies which was adopting by the industry. And nowadays the software is playing a huge role. That is that the software is not only in engineering sector, is also moving into life science. Nowadays, the human resource, and they are taking less human intake, and they want to do more work with the software, with the less human who are especially specialized and having good knowledge on software. So, though we are life science, we need to have a good not only communication skills but also software
Thank you,
skills.
sir.
I think after 1 decade, definitely the software will rule us, and we have to rule the software. Then only we can lead our life in our profession. So this is what mismatching what I observed before 1 decade and now the present the decade which I am observing.
Definitely, sir. It seems like
And I will come up with one example. One of my classmate in B Farm, he's doing his work in and he's doing his work with LIMS software. What he's saying is before that, without the software, we can do the work sure, but 100 people is required for a work means with this LIMS software, only 10 people are sufficient who knows to how to handle the software. And with 10 people, they are doing the work done by 100 people. And he's saying that someday a day will come that another software will come where this 10 people will be replaced by one people. This 10 human resource will reduce it to one person, where that one person will do the work which was done by 100 people. So gradually, so human intake is getting down in all the areas, not only in pharma, almost in most of the areas, the human intake is getting down. So we have to adapt and addict according to that situation, that conditions. Again, I am saying that time and conditions. We are definitely today we are excel. There is no doubt. But after a decade, definitely we have to excel in some other area, like
Technical
software, which was
skills.
not related to us. Yeah. So this is one example I am
So
saying.
as far as we know that you are into the research field also. So can you discuss your most recent research project and their implications?
Okay, research. I did my research regarding how to treat the kidney stones, which we are calling it as technically we are calling it as urinary calculi. Urinary calculi, not stone. We should call it as calculi. So present, I will call it as stones, kidney stones. I did my work in kidney stones, but I focused on. Many people are doing the research on kidney stones, but where I focused and what I focused is I want to specially target and I want to make my drug only to reach to kidneys to treat the condition solved. Generally, whatever the drug we are intaking, it is splitting, the dose is getting splitting to different areas. The expected area is reaching very less amount. So we are calculating how much amount of dose required to treat that condition in that area, and we are fixing the dose in such that how much dose we need to take so that that much amount of dose will reach to that area to get that condition treated. For example, 100 mg of drug was taken means only 5 to 6 mg is reaching to the target area where it is sufficient to treat that condition. Actually, that 5 to 6 mg is sufficient, but if you take that 5 to 6 mg, it is distributed to the entire body, but not to that area. So the area where I worked is I taken only that 5 mg and I designed the formulation, that nano formulation in such that that 5 mg directly reaches only to that target site, but not to the other organs where it is not required. So I just did my work on targeted drug delivery system. So this is briefly regarding what I did in my research, that is my PhD work.
Sounds good, sir. Very good, sir. Sir, what
Yeah.
are the challenges do you face while doing your research and how did you overcome with them?
In doing research work, the first thing is we should have lots and lots, that is tons and tons, not lots, tons and tons of patience, because we are doing the research work not like 4 years degree program or 2 years master's program. It will be, it's a long run, like 5 years it may take, or 7 years it may take. Some people are doing in 8 years, 9 years also. But it's a long run. We should never lose our hope. We should hope for the best for every second, because the time is very tough while doing our research. Why? Because why I'm speaking all these words means while when we are doing our undergraduation, we are completely focusing on that, and when we are doing our masters, we are completely focusing on that only, and we are not having any other works, and even we won't do any part-time jobs if we are well settled, and we are not having any family because we are the student at the time. But while doing your research work, that is PhD, because we are doing research in UG and PG also. But the doing research in PhD, at the time we get married, half of our life was we should definitely dedicate half of our life to our life partner. So otherwise they won't accept. So very minimum period was there with us to do the research work. Then it is very difficult to handle the conditions. So we have to be patient, first point. And second point, we have to do extensive literature survey, extensive literature collection, and we have to go for read all those the literature which you collected. Actually, it takes much time to collect the literature. Some hundreds of articles you need to gather, you have to procure, and you have to read all those literature. It's not that easy. And according to me, if it is actually, I did full-time PhD. Full-time PhD means definitely I need to finish my research work in 3 years. If it is part-time, is there is no limitation. Limitation means not 3 years, but limit is there. That is, they have to wind up in 10 years. I'm speaking both cases. So I did my full-time PhD. My case is, even though I did my full-time PhD, I'm just doing my taking my classes also. So it's an very I'm just standing on a sharp knife. Actually, part-time PhD students, what they are doing is they are having much time, 6 years, 7 years, they can submit. But for me, within 3 years, I need to submit. Otherwise, the university will question. At the same time, I'm doing the what the part-time workers are doing. So what happened is I have to collect the literature. First point, we have to collect the literature regarding to our hundreds of articles, minimum 300 to 500 articles we need to collect, and you have to read all those articles. And everyone think that, sir, it is very difficult to read the entire article. It takes much time to read the entire article. For example, I took 2 hours time to read the entire articles right from title of the work to conclusion. But what I'm saying is, if you start reading the articles continuously, you can understand what are the key areas where we can focus to get what the matters we require. So if you start the first article, definitely takes 2 hours. But if you move to 10 or 20 articles in reading, by the end of 20th article, you just take only 20 minutes. If you keep on reading by the 100th article, you just need only 5 to 6 minutes to complete the article. If you are moving on to the 200th article, if you are reading, it takes only 3 to 4 minutes. Why? Because you know which area you have to focus to get the which information you need. So much is you have to focus on good literature. Again, I am giving a keynote here, key point here. Don't go for read whatever the articles you are finding in Google. Just download the articles or read the articles which was there in PubMed Central or Scopus Journal. Sorry, Scopus journals. One is PubMed Central, which is very important because all those works are authenticated. So whatever the results they are mentioning is exactly they got that researcher got, and whatever the methodology he is following. If you follow the same methodology, definitely we will get the result. If you follow the non-PubMed Central and Scopus publications, where some people are not doing the work, but they are writing some results and they are submitting. So if you follow those methods, you will just wasting your time in reading, not only in reading, but also doing, but you are not getting the results. That's why I'm asking and I will suggesting you to go with PubMed Central journals. So this is one thing, literature. Once your literature is finished, rest of the works is like a Usain Bolt race. Why? Because your methodology is clear and the procedures are clear. And for example, if it is a B Farm, sorry, M Farm committed students means procuring animals or procuring chemicals, everything was ready with the literature. So you have to procure, you have to do, and you have to get the results. It's very easy and a very quick process. Coming to the Form D, they have to select how many patients, what are the statistical methods they have to go to get the exact results by minimizing that error. So you have to spend much time in literature and you can wind up the things as quick as possible. Like experiments, results and discussion is it's an easier one. So the tougher one is the literature review. My guide asked me to keep at least 40 to 60 pages for literature review. In my thesis, I gone for 40 to 60 pages. He asked me to keep the literature like you have to justify with literature why you have chosen the drug, why you have chosen that excipient, why you have chosen that methods in different procedures. Everything you have to show the proof. So, like that, the literature is heart of the thesis. Many people are stating that methodology is the heart of the thesis, but that methodology is coming from the literature. So, according to me, literature is the heart of the thesis. Whenever I am evaluating a thesis, I just open the literature site. I just look into that literature site. That person is not properly mentioning that literature site, and I came to the conclusion that this person has not done the work with efforts, with the help of someone. He just finished the work. So the literature is the heart of the thesis and part of the research work. That's it. Okay, ma.
It's quite good to listen all these stuff, sir, because research is the part where most of the students want to go that. So definitely, I
Yes.
hope that everyone is getting the knowledge from you. Sir,
And if
so
you
according
want,
to you, what are some emerging research areas or technologies that students like us and professionals should pay attention to?
presently nanotechnology, ma, everyone is focusing on nanotechnology. Why? Because at that size, it is easy to get the drug gets solubilized, and it is easy to change the properties of drug, and it is easy to make the drug to get absorbed. So the present trending area is nanotechnology. If anyone is doing research on nanotechnology, it is easy to defend your thesis, and it is easy to come out of your PhD work. Simple answer. My from my end, it's very simple. The nanotechnology. Beyond that, if any technology is there, like pico technology, terra technology, will come, means definitely the nanotechnology will become the past. We will move on to that advanced technology. But right now, the nanotechnology is playing a key role. And presently, I'm suggesting everyone, instead of going for trial and error method in optimizing the formulations, even though you are preparing the nanoparticles, that is, you are doing the nanotechnology, but without any basic idea, if you are keep on doing number of formulations to get optimized formulation, no one is accepting. Nowadays, we are having some designs that we are calling it as design of experiments, DOE. With the help of that design of experiments, instead of doing unnecessary runs, lots and lots of runs, we can optimize the formulation with very fewer formulations, that is fewer runs. So we have to minimize our time, and we have to get our formulation optimized. So for that, we need to follow design of experiments. There are different designs: box Benton design, central composite design, fractional design, so many designs. You can adopt any one of the design based on the nature of your work and just come up with your thesis. It is easy to defend your thesis if you are following the design of experiments. Yeah, that's it.
Quite good, sir. Quite good, sir. So it's the time to move on to the next platform, that is education and mentorship. So what are the advice would you give to the students who are just starting their academic careers in the pharmaceutics background, sir?
Very simple answer I'm giving. Everyone should had their PhD. If anyone wants to enter into academics, just keep one point in mind very strongly. Without PhD, there is no academic life, academic profession. Without PhD, you can't stand anywhere on that profession. Why? Because nowadays University Grants Commission makes mandatory that everyone should enroll in PhD, or everyone should get their PhD completed. Even assistant professor also need to enroll in PhD, or else you should complete the PhD. Without PhD, if you want to continue in teaching field, better don't enter into the teaching field, because I know all those ups and downs in the teaching field, because I am here for almost 11 years. So, my humble request: if you are not interested in PhD, don't come for the teaching field. Because what the University Grants Commission is expecting is, teaching field is nothing but research. It's the right place for research. So you have to do research. That means you have to do your PhD. And they are mandate, maybe after 2 to 3 years, they will mandate that you have to do your PhD in the universities, that is government universities. If it is government university, it is a UGC approved. If it is a non-government university, that is a deemed university, you have to check whether it is approved by UGC or not. If it is UGC approved, then go for it. If it is not UGC approved, don't go for, and I'm not degrading that universities. Maybe they are maintaining their standards, but they have to get clearance from the UGC, so that in that universities only we should do our PhD. If you do your PhD in the universities where the University Grants Commission is not given approval, then after a decade, the University Grants Commission will give a regular rule and regulation that those universities where the UGC gave approval, in that universities, the students who did their PhD, they are eligible, like that they will say. So definitely, my humble request: don't waste your time. Why? Because doing PhD is a lots of time. You are spending a a very huge time. So therefore, don't waste that much time in doing PhD in the universities where it is not having that standards. That's it. Those who are coming for academics, so this is right answer from my end.
Definitely, sir. I hope the fellow interns are following your path, sir. It will helpful. It will be helpful, sir. Sir, since you already are an academician and probably a mentor too, how do you approach mentoring students and young researchers?
Nowadays, how the students is simply, I will very simple answer. 30 years back, the teaching, those who are teachers, whether in school also he is a teacher, whether he's in plus two also is a teacher. In UG or masters, he's also teacher, but we are calling it as assistant, associate, professor, like that. We are giving the grades, but he's a teacher. 30 years back, the teacher should be very strict and very perfect in maintaining the discipline, all those things. But present generation won't like the teachers who are very strict and who makes the student to be in the right path in a strict manner. They like the teachers to make them in a right path in very friendly manner. I hope Atif, you understand. I think what the point I highlighted. So we should be very soft towards the students. Then only they will listen to us. Otherwise, they even don't
Got your
look
point, sir. Got your
at
point.
you. Don't look at you also. They won't look at you also, even though you are excellent in the subject. You are delivering superb classes, but they they won't look at you unless otherwise. If you are very friendly and if you are very free with them, yeah. So you have to be friendly and free, but you have to deliver the subject. Then it is easy to handle the students.
Point to be noted, sir. So, what skills do you think are essential and should be enhanced by the student for success in this field, sir?
This field means academics
Research
or
field and the field of pharmaceutics.
in research or masters, Atif,
Pardon, sir?
in research or in masters, doing masters or
No, sir. In
doing.
research only. In research only.
My just say one thing. Students should have time management. They should come in time. They should leave in time. They should do in time. If they follow these three, definitely they will get success at one time.
Yeah.
Not every time,
So,
but at one time.
yeah, yeah, definitely, sir. Sir, do you have any collaboration during your research? If yes, then how important was interdisciplinary collaboration in your research, sir?
Collaboration means in our area, that is, I'm from Tirupati, and we are having different universities. I don't want to specify the universities because it's not good to name that university, but many of the students who are doing research in those reputed universities, which was uh, full support from UGC, University Grants Commission, famous universities. Many of the students are coming to our college and getting the information which we are having and doing the work with the machinery which we are having, especially in our department, pharmaceutics department. We are having compression mission, we are having coating mission, and we are having stability chamber. We have different machineries where they will come and do the work here. Why? Because we will associate with them and will guide them because of some reasons, they keep on come to us and we fulfill their desires and they happily moving from our college by getting their works completed. So like that, we are having good collaboration with the students who are doing their masters and scholars in those universities. So presently we are having the collaboration with the surrounding university, but not from other areas.
Got your point, sir. So, as the future of pharmacy is, everybody saying that the future of pharmacy is gone up with a boon high, sir. So, where do you see the field of pharmaceutical preparation heading in the next 5 to 10 years?
Actually, from 2000 onwards, our field is in top. If you observe, 10 years back, I come up with some article. They listed the top 100 professions in terms of financial assistance, that is salary, in terms of salary. Very interestingly, the doctor profession stands in 29th position. I'm speaking 10 years before, 10 years past. Doctor profession stands in 29th position, and software stands in 35th position, and our pharmacy stands in fourth position. Why? Because I'm not saying everyone will get the same opportunity. If you see in pharmaceutical industry, if you move to unit head, because for example, if you take Aravindo or Hetero, they are having different units in different places. In Hyderabad itself, they are having number of units, and throughout the India, they're having a number of areas, and in each area, number of units. If you take the unit head means definitely he should be a pharmacist. He may be B.Pharm graduate, or he may be additionally M.Pharm graduate. He may be additionally PhD holder also, but a pharmacy person is getting a very huge salary. Atif. You can't estimate, you can't assume also that much huge salary we are getting. But I'm not saying everyone is getting that opportunity. But if one work hard, definitely can reach to that position. But I'm saying not only the whatever the subject grip we are having, but also we have to handle the conditions. I'm saying we have to handle the personals in that industry. We have to handle the environment to move to that position. And definitely, if you move to that position, your life will be anything like that. You can't compare to other profession also. That much huge income we can generate with our profession where other professions can't. You just go and speak to any nearby company, well-established company, unit head. Definitely, their salaries in per annum is in crores, 3 crores, 4 crores, like that it will be. So definitely, if you keep hope on our profession and work hard, and time favors you, and you can handle, manage the conditions, if you reach there, and no one can beat you. No need to go to the other countries also. You just have a look at Aravindo, Hetero, Sun Pharma, all these plant heads or unit heads. Just go ahead. Their salaries are unbelievable. I just quote one example because everyone likes the example only. No one likes the theory. 1 year back in my area, I don't specify the company name. He is the manager. It's a small company, very small company. He is the manager. His salary was 24 lakhs per annum. 24 lakhs. And after meeting him, within 2 months, he shifted to Hyderabad to some other company, not this company, some other company. This company unit is there in Hyderabad, but he's moved to some other company. All of a sudden, what was the raise in his salary? No, 45 lakh per annum. 24 to he jumped to 45. It's not possible in other professions. It's only possible in our pharma profession. So, but and what is his age now? His age is 39. I'm 36, and his age is 39. And my HOD is one year senior to me, 37. We both just watching him for 1 minute. He's just 39 age, and he's earning 45 lakhs. So that is the power of the pharmaceutical industry. If you did, but a lot of sacrifice from his end at the age of 23 to 39 to the pharmaceutical industry by him. But we didn't sacrifice much of our life like him. We enjoyed a lot because we are in academics. After 5 to 6, we are having our personal life, and again before 9:30, we are having our personal life. But for them, they have to start to company. They have to be in company by 7 o'clock, and they have to leave the company in the night 9 o'clock. And before, and if you have to be in company by 7 o'clock means he has to start from home by 6 o'clock, and he will reach after leaving company at 9 o'clock. He will reach to his home at 10 o'clock. What I mean to say is, by the time he's leaving the house, his children won't wake up. By the time he reached his home, his children slept. He sacrificed a lot for profession by sacrificing his family. That's the reason why he's standing there now. And we are having a good family life. We are enjoying family life. That's the reason why we have. If we lose something, then we get something. Without losing anything, don't expect. I'm just giving a suggestion to everyone. Don't expect you will get everything. If you are in comfort zone, you won't get anything. If you move out of comfort zone, you will get everything. But you will lose your personal life. But you will get everything. So just
Thank
look
you for your
into
motivated words, sir. Thank you so much for your motivation words, sir. It is going on a
thank you.
helping lots of things, sir. Not only in the field of pharmaceutical, I think in the career also, sir, it is going to help us.
Thank you.
What are the some of the most rewarding aspects of your job, and how do you stay motivated and passionate about your work, sir?
One thing, actually, I want to say one thing. After completion of my 10th standard, very simple answer. I want to be in teaching. After finishing my 10th standard, I want to be in teaching. Why? Because, as you said, till 8th standard, I was an average student. And all of a sudden, I just say everything at the start of the meeting. I went to the tuition in the evening after finishing off my school. I used to go to a tuition. My tuition surname is C. Padmanabha Reddy. Was very humble, very motivating person. He look after the students in such a way that he even won't look into whether the student paid the tuition fee or not. Also, he even won't care, or he even won't look whether the student is paying the tuition fee or not. Also, he just want his students to be the best. He sacrificed his life, even though he's very leading the normal life, having good knowledge, and he's a physics teacher. He's having absolutely fantastic knowledge, but he's leading the normal life. Why? Because he never looked financially. He just want his students to be in a good position. So under his guidance, I just completely molded myself. So after that, I started to fix in my mind that like him, I want to contribute at least 0.0001% to my students to get success in their life. So right then onwards, I started to focus on teaching. That's the reason why I'm continued in my teaching profession. That's simple answer.
Quite good to hear this all these things, sir, from you. Quite good, sir. Sir, can you
Thank you.
share a memorable moment or achievement in your career?
Memorable getting PhD. Simple answer. Getting PhD. I never
There
forget
will
the
be any
day.
award function, something else that you can share with us, sir.
Which one, ma?
Any awards?
I award young scientist award from IPTA, Indian Pharmaceutical Association, IPA, local branch. It's an achievement for me, and main achievement is getting PhD. Why? Because a lot of sacrifice from my end. Because I have not struggled that much in rest of my education, but getting the PhD with uh, family, wife, children, it's very good to remember, and good to recall at whenever you are in happiest moment. That is the huge achievement for me, ma'am, because my father sacrificed a lot for my PhD. But because when I was doing my full-time PhD, I won't get salary which I'm getting previously. So very less salary I'm getting. My father said one thing, I want you to be in good position. So uh, take whatever the step you want to reach to there. I'm here to guide. Never look for financial reason, because until I'm with you, Whatever the assistance you require, I will do. So I have to thank my father. Without my father and mother, I can't complete my PhD because sometimes I become very in some tough situations. They with their motivation only, I just continued my research work and finished. If they are not there, maybe I won't complete my PhD work also. Maybe I will drop in the middle also. Because of them only, I completed my PhD. That's why it's very memorable and special for me. And because of this only, I got the young
Thank you
scientist
so much.
award. So because of that, I received this one. So that is the more special to me rather than this one.
Definitely, sir. Everyone is having their memorable life. So, according to yourself, the PhD is your memorable thing.
Definitely. Thank
Sir,
you.
you are having a lot of experience with NAC and NBA accreditation, sir. So, what
Okay.
kind of insight you have done with the NACs and NBA, sir?
Don't one again simple answer I'm giving. Don't spend much and don't worry regarding the documentation of different points which the NAC and NBA institutions are asking. Why? Because they are just focusing on one point amount. Even though they are asking so many points to satisfy to get the NAC or MBA, the ultimate goal is they have to do favor to students. Until unless if you won't do favor to the students, it's very difficult to get the NAC and MBA. If you start doing favor to the students, like getting campus placements, making awareness on the future profession, like asking the what we can say that those who are in top in that profession, asking them to come and deliver a speech to the students so that they will come to know what is the situation in that profession after the course. So like that, we have to do a lots and lot to the students. If you start doing favor to the students, definitely, and it is easy to get NAC and NBA. I'm giving the simple answers, but it's not that simple. But we have to work much on it to get it because the area where I working in NAC and NBA, mine was completely uh, campus placement, that is placement drives, industrial visits, industrial training. Because until unless we won't bring the placements to the students, they won't get benefited. What the NAC and NBA is saying is you should do benefit to the students because they are paying a lots of money for their success in future. So we have to provide the job to them. So first criteria is we have to provide the job, and while entering into the job, we have to make the student ready to face the conditions that we have to make them frequently to visit industries so that they came to know these are the industries, how they work, what are the conditions there. So how should we when we enter that place while we are doing job like that, we have to take them for industrial visits and we have to make them to do industrial training for 3 to 4 weeks so that they will imbibe that culture and nature in industry before they entering into the industry, because after they enter into the industry with this experience they can easily succeed and get addicted in those areas. Right, that's it. So we have to focus much on the student favor. And if any student fails in any subject, we have to continuously monitor the student why he was failed. Is there any personal problem or professional problem? If this professional problem means not understanding the subject, we have to take care in make the student to understand the subject. If it is personal problem, it's not easy to solve the problem, but we have to speak to the student in such that he should come out of that problems and he have to enjoy in reading. So like that, we have to mentor the students, and everything is student centric. If you work, it is easy to get the not only NAC and NBA, whatever the accreditation it is, we can easily get it. But what we have to do is we have to document all those things which we are doing. That's it. And finally, one conclusion: if you are do in real time, it's not a burden. If you are doing all these things in real time, instead of going for manipulate the things at the end, it is easy to handle NAC and MBA. That's it. But we have to work like we are we are not doing NAT, we are not doing NBA, but we have to work like we are doing favor to the student. That's it. As a teacher, his work is the same.
Yeah, sir. Definitely, sir. So I request to the audience that if anyone is going to make their future into the academics, so you can clear your doubt with sir. We are open with your. You can open your mics and put off your camera, or as the chat box is open, you can put your doubts here only. Sir, we will wait for some time for the audience to put their doubts.
Sure, sir. Actually, right now in 5 or 10 minutes, if they are unable to ask, because some people can't ask publicly, some are having that dare enough to ask questions. Those who are not and can't address to get their questions solved or get their questions answers to their questions, they can free to contact me after the session at any time.
Definitely, sir, they will. They will, sir. Definitely. We want to meet you once again, sir,
And
if it will possible, sir.
And I want to thank my student because her only I'm here now. My Form D third year student, Usha, she is one of the person in this group. Without her, I can't be here, and uh, I cannot answer the whatever the questions you are posing on me. Because of her only, it is possible. So I should thank her for providing such a platform to interact with all you people.
Audience, any queries, any questions? I think all the doubts have been cleared.
Atif, thank you very much. And you communicated to me like we know each other from a long time, and
Definitely, sir.
we are discussing like one to one, like we are not in a group and like we are not in a meeting. We are discussed like one to one like that. So I
Yeah,
should thank
definitely,
you.
sir. It was like only the common thing that we are following to the class lectures also.
You anchored the meeting very nice.
Thank you so much, sir. So I
Thank
would
you.
like to go for the vote of thanking. So here is our CliMed's Pharma Ed Career Cafe episode 8 comes to an end. On behalf of CliMed Pharma Ed and all the attendants, I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Kishore for his insightful contribution today. Sir, your expertise and dedication to the field of pharmacy have truly shown through in our discussion. Your extensive experience, coupled with your commitment, provided us with invaluable knowledge and inspiration. We deeply appreciate the time you have taken to share your journey, the challenges you face, and the advancement you are pioneering. Your work not only enhances patient care, but also sets a high standard for healthcare professionals everywhere. Thank you once again for being with us today, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Atif, and all who are present in the meeting. Thank you for giving this
Thank you
opportunity.
so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Guys, the feedback
Shall I
form is
leave?
there. You can fill the feedback form.
Uh, Atif, shall I leave? Atif?
Yes, sir, you can leave, sir. Thank you, sir, so much.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you.